Alright everybody, now we ain't got no time for an intro, so let's get straight into it. Today marks the start of a brand new series in the channel that I will be calling Over Under. In this series, I will give you guys my opinions on whether I believe a player is over or underrated. As always, feel free to leave your thoughts about this in future episodes in the comments. I would love to hear your suggestions about who I should talk more about next time. Now, without wasting any more time, the player with which we'll start this series is none other than Rudy Gobert, but you already knew that, anyway, he, I believe, is the most overrated player in the league. Rudy Gobert is a 27-year-old 7'1" center out of France who over the last 3 years has allegedly taken over the NBA on the defensive end. That defensive prowess has earned him 3 all-defensive selections as well as back-to-back defensive player of the years. In fact, this defensive prowess has gotten people to believe he is the best defensive center in the league, and some even believe he's the best center overall, which simply is not true. Rudy Gobert, who is proclaimed as the best defensive center in the league, ranks 6th in block percentage, which measures the percentage of defensive matchups that end in a block from the player. He falls behind players like Miles Turner, who led the league in blocks last year, Hassan Whiteside and Anthony Davis, 2 players who weren't even considered for an all-defensive selection last year or defensive player of the year. And even though his total rebounding numbers are very impressive, coming in at almost 13 a game, he ranks only 6th as well in defensive rebound percentage, 7th in offensive rebound percentage, and 4th in total rebound percentage. One of the aspects of his game that supposedly makes him an elite player in the league, he's not even top 3 in. I will consider the fact that 6th, 7th, and 4th really are impressive. He's top 10 and even top 5 in one of them. It's amazing. But you're telling me that he is the best at this, which clearly he isn't. Gobert did rank 1st in defensive plus minus and 4th in value over replacement player. However, I believe that these 2 stats are taken out of context when used to defend him as a top player in the league. Even though Rudy Gobert is definitely a top defensive player, he lacks the amount of matchups that one of his opponents for Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis Antetokounmpo, has in-game. Rudy Gobert's game mainly consists of rim protection, with very little to no ability in the perimeter. Giannis, who ranks 2nd in defensive plus minus, consistently defended 1 through 5, which means more matchups and more times for screw-ups, where his numbers would diminish. Had Giannis been only in the perimeter or only rim protecting, his numbers would have changed a lot, maybe even been better than Gobert's. As far as his value over replacement player, it is very easy to get a high number in that regard when your replacement players are Ekpe Udoh and Tony Bradley. However, this also goes for most players in the top 10, because replacement players are just in a whole bunch of tiers below them, which boosts the stat up for them, making it for the most part irrelevant. This stat doesn't really matter when your replacement player for Russell Westbrook is Dennis Schroeder. I don't believe Rudy Gobert is a bad player. Hell, I'd still put him as a top 10, top 5 center in the league. I just believe that his defensive prowess is making people overlook the things he lacks in other sides of the ball. His offensive game consists solely of pick and rolls and putbacks. He has no post game, and he ranks 333rd in pace, making him one of the worst rim running centers in the league. He is getting praised as one of the best defensive players in the league with the most one-dimensional style of play on the defensive end. Overall, Rudy Gobert deserves credit for his greatness. Not this much. His one-dimensional style of play just doesn't fit with what we see from other players in his position, such as Joel Embiid.
The basket. So not sure exactly what the timetable is on him as Crab gets denied emphatic.
Nikola Jokic.
Rainbow.
Oh,
good.
man.
And he might have been fouled.
Oh my goodness.
Into Jokic, and Jokic scores.
And Karl Anthony Towns.
The Mr. Basketball Award his year.
Oh, Karl Anthony Towns! Towns from downtown. That's his 4th 3 of the game, and he's sitting on 39, a new season high.
Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Let me know why you didn't like it down below. And if you fell in love with me, make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.